Finally, we're building our home office. For years, I've had a bad habit of taking over our dining room table, using it as my desk, and it literally only gets cleared off for dinner parties.
I'm sorry.
As my husband and I do a gut renovation on our 1881 townhouse in Brooklyn, we're carving out a dedicated space along the side of our dining room for a wall office and a coat closet. And when company comes over, we'll hide it all with 4 sliding doors made out of walnut. Hector and Jonathan begin by framing the header at the top that'll hold the sliding doors. Then they begin installing the 3 upper cabinets, which we purchased from IKEA. The 2 on the outside will have glossy black doors, in the middle in walnut. A quick visit with our general contractor, Martin, to go over the plans. Then they bring out the laser to set the level for the desktop, which will be 1 8-foot-long walnut veneered slab. They cut out 2 end panels that'll go against the walls for the desk to sit on, then move the desktop into place, adding 2 more vertical supports in the middle, where a printer cabinet will go. Check for level and fasten it all into place. Then they begin buttering the back wall, cause we're reusing the remnants of the black Marquina porcelain slabs we installed in our bathroom. We needed 3 of these massive slabs, but had to trim 15 inches off each one, leaving these 8-foot-long skinny pieces. That's when I realized we could cover the entire back wall of our office with them, so we tucked them away safely for Hector to install today. Once the first piece is up, he moves on to the long open shelf that'll be just above the porcelain. They've glued together 2 walnut veneer MDF boards to get the thickness we want. Jonathan is using a walnut veneer with an adhesive on the other side that melts with a normal iron and bonds perfectly. Then he can simply file off the edges for a finished look.
Trump Lloyd that bitch. It's a trick of the eye.
Then it's time to go up. With it supported and nailed on either end, here in the middle there'll be 2 dowels holding it up, and it slides right in. Underneath this shelf will be a strip of Tresco LED lighting. Now onto the second long slab that'll go above the shelves. Hector needs to do a few cuts on this one too, for the television cables and outlet. The blue tape helps prevent chipping as he slices through the porcelain. Then they flip it and finish from the back, with the cuts hopefully in the right place. Another row of adhesive above the shelf, and it's time for the second slab to go up. We think the black Marquina stone effect and walnut will look great together. Above that go 2 more small shelves on either side, about 15 inches wide. Then back for the 2 smallest pieces of porcelain that are trimmed to fit perfectly around the 2 upper shelves.
Beautiful.
With the interior nearly complete, they move on to the exterior and finish framing the opening where the doors will touch. Next, they prepare the steel track for the sliding doors and mount it on the header. It's got to be perfectly level for the doors to slide easily. Since they'll be very heavy, the guys hang a small test door to try out the mechanism. Give it a push, and it's looking great. This track will be embedded at the bottom of the 4 doors to keep them all in line and working as one unit as they open and close. Finally, it's time to build the doors, so our general contractor Martin does a quick sketch of how to build the slatted door profile we want. Then the guys start cutting the slats while Sean and I begin to stain the walnut doors. After a bunch of tests, we're using Rubio Monocoat, a plant-based hard wax oil, to stain and seal all of our walnut millwork. Once the doors are stained, we need to decide which pattern of slats we want. The original plan had been to cover the doors completely with slats, but as we begin to play with them, we decide to look at other options. After a lot of advice from you all telling us your opinion,
What do you think?
we decide on just 8 slats, so Hector and Jonathan get right to work. Within a few hours, they've got the first one up, and it looks great. 2 days later, and we've got a gorgeous hidden office and coat closet, thanks to the clever craftsmanship of our heroes, Hector and Jonathan.